Glad to have you along with us from Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. And the Cavaliers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole...
Turning it on! He's at the 20. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cavaliers offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, we know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy. And this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They'll run for it. He never had a chance, never came close to converting that 4th down. Great job by this defense. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He's got the tight end. Nice move to keep running. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. That's what tight ends are supposed to do, just have people bouncing off them like spitballs off a battleship.
And when you're a defense, you got to understand, we got to swarm to the football because these big dudes, they break tackles and they can get loose if we're not tackling with multiple guys. Nice effort by the big fella.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. Fires to the tight end. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO feed. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Got it behind the line, it's Flores. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Cavaliers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Eli Holstein to throw. They'll run the screen. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Cavaliers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. On the move. Short gain on the play before he slides.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Holstein on the play fake. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. Looks as if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block, and he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bell. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention for the Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll go right back to him. Still running it. Got a little grass. Past the 10. Touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a thrilling 50-yard run for the touchdown.
Number 47 set to kick this one away.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They go play action with Holstein. Finds his big tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Pulls it and runs it again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's Holstein to throw. Finds his man. It's Martin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Lined up in the gun, third down, Eli Holstein. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
You can see why this running back is on the field on third down. He's a weapon in the passing game. Really nice job by the quarterback. He got through his progressions really, really quickly. Found the running back, just dumped it off, and he was able to make something happen with it, move the chains, keep the offense on the field.
And he's dragged down. Looks as if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. So now it's second and long. Pulls it on the option. Here's a little room there. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Gives it on the option. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. Virginia will call its first timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Trying to do it on the ground. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the Virginia sideline, something I've got my eyes on is how the running back is moving and cutting. As you know, he did get really banged up in that game last week despite the win, and he's going to have to fight through some bumps and bruises here today. I've got my eyes on him, and I will keep you posted down here from the field. Guys?
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. Holstein. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Got enough for the first. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
And those in-breaking routes, man, it's got to be trust. Trust in the offensive line to do their job, and then trust that you know your receiver is going to break that off and come straight down the line of scrimmage. Stay away from the defense, especially those guys that sit back there trying to look at the quarterback's eyes and read them. Nice timing on that in route.
He's going for it all. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 5 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Tigers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game in Charlottesville. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center and Scott Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Coming out with it, it's Beebe. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Guys, Coach Elliott told me coming out of the locker room, their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. Looks as if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go right back to the run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. The Cavaliers want to crank the tempo. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Running inside. It's Bell.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. This quarterback part of their running game. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Fires to the big fella. Tripped up for the tackle. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
The Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got enough for the first. Maybe some room here. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. Lean for the wire. Touchdown. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board.
Number 47, set to kick it off.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Nice move there. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll send the back in motion. Throwing, Holstein. Caught over the middle. It's Flores. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Vaughn. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
Pocket breaking down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Looks as if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into 4th down. And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He leaves it with his back. Picks up the 1st down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. On the draw, it's Bell. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. You just hope this isn't serious. He's run himself right into the Heisman Trophy race at this point in the season. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Bowers. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25 late in the season. Time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So 1st down will open up the final period. From the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Trying to run, it's Poe. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. They're going to ride this running back. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 47, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board. There he goes. Makes it past the marker. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
The Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Eli Holstein to throw. The sure hands, it's Flores. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Play fake, Holstein. Gets it to the back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bell. Got enough for the first. Could be an alley. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Looking for blockers. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Now on the move. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Keeps it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Wide receiver going in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the Stanford Cardinal. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot.
Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Throws for the tight end. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Harvey. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He put up numbers, more than 200 yards and a couple of scores in their victory last time out. Bunch formation for these receivers. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Week 12, you get through this far, you just hate to see it. We'll have Holly check on this injury a bit later on. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Gives it on the option. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Now facing a 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To throw, it's Bowers. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind them, and that's where you can make big plays.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he'll be brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for room. It's Bell. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grabbed in the middle, it's Blackburn. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Warren. Rushes on him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Irvin. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got him. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down.
Well, on that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after they catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up 4th.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. The run inside. It's Bell. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody...
Maybe a crease. Running inside the 20. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. To the air, it's Warren. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Pressure coming, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And there he goes.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Pulls it on the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Irvin. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Fires on the move. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Makes a catch, wants to make a move upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Gonna run it. It's Bell. The officials stop play here as they check on the injured Cardinal player. Week 12, you get through this far, you just hate to see it. We'll have Holly check on this injury a bit later on. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Bell. Got enough for the 1st. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. And into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. First and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Trying to pound their way in. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That drive covered 55 yards for the score and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Warren. Here comes the heat.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
They've been able to put together nothing. Now 3rd and long from their own 1. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Here's a return from midfield. Makes a move. And the returner will be brought down. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Look out, he's got room. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. There's some room. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Bell. Gets it, headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total. He's going for the goal line. And he's got a touchdown.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey, guys, checking in on the Stanford sideline. Guys, I can tell you something we have got to keep our eye on. This quarterback was really banged up and bruised up after last week's win.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
But I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Bringing the heat. And they got it. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, Week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the number 3 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's Michigan State able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And here comes the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Hey guys, checking in on the Stanford sideline. One thing I'm really keeping my eyes on here today, guys, this quarterback is banged up. He told me before the game that he has had to really fight through some soreness throughout the course of this week. I can tell you he's already taken some contact, and it is definitely a storyline that I am following throughout the course of this game. I'll keep you posted with everything I hear down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Ollie, we'll see what kind of problems that might cause. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Back to throw, it's Warren. Right on the money. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bell. Picks up the first down. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Bell. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And that is the last thing they wanted to see with this guy in the middle of the Heisman Trophy race. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Running inside. It's Irvin. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Warren. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. Touchdown! A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the option. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the tight end. Off play action. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Keeps it himself. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Takes it on the return. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The run inside. It's Bell.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Looking for space. It's Poe. Makes it past the marker. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter.
And first down for the offense.
They are putting an exclamation point on their season with a victory here in the season finale, and gives us a chance to take a look at what's coming up the rest of the week. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Go, go! They'll run it. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the...
Might have a chance. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. He'll try it again. Slams into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And he tacks on the extra point. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Great place to start for this offense.
Ready. Wide 53. I got you, boy. Ready, go.
The give on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Rides to the back. There's a crease. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Keeps it on the draw. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. He'll get a fresh set of downs. Stopped at the 31-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.